Just recently flew this rocket. This rocket started out as a PML kit. I did modify it a little bit. You can see the altimeter in here. The altimeter is inside the see-through compartment. This flew on an H242 motor from Aerotech. It's a reload motor, still in the end of the rocket, being retained by the motor retainers. This rocket went to 2,193 feet. You can hear the altimeter beeping out the altitude. At apogee, the altimeter lit a black powder charge that separated the rocket, bringing out the parachute. And I had motor ejection as a backup. This was a maiden flight, and it performed very well. This is a level 1 certification rocket. I did not certify on this rocket, but you need to be certified level 1 to fly this rocket. I've been in rocketry about 6 years now. I'm very active with the Boy Scouts. This year in Wellington, I'll be building about 300 rockets with the Boy Scouts. Real active in rocketry the last 3 or 4 years, but I've been into it. I'm a born-again rocketeer. I was a rocketeer as a young child, and then left the sport for a while when I grew up and saw they were launching larger rockets. Knew I had to get right back into it and launch the large ones. We have approximately 108 active Cloudbuster members based out of here in Wichita, Kansas. Actually, Cloudbuster members go from Amarillo. We have members in Amarillo, up in Ohio and Indiana. We have members in Tennessee. We actually have members within Cloudbusters all over the United States. We hold 3 large regional launches every year. This is the first of the year, being Cloudburst. In the fall, we have, or late summer I should say, we have Airfest. And then in the fall, we have what we call Distant Thunder. And those are our 3 major launches. And we don't launch at harvest time through May and June, but after harvest, we'll start our fun flies up again in July and go through all the way to the end of the year. This is a nose cone for the Viking project. Some of the Cloudbusters got together and discussed the possibility of making a large rocket as a group, and we came up with the Viking rocket, Viking sounding rocket. We decided to build a full-scale Viking. This is the nose cone as it is being worked, as it is being turned. This was turned in 3 different sections, from here to the top, from here down to here, and we still have the bottom section to turn. Top 2 pieces are glued together. We do have the bottom section here that has not been glued to the top section yet. We've got a solid bulkhead, but the majority of this is hollow. I can show you that the bottom half section of this is hollow, and it will be glued to the top section here, and then we will epoxy fiberglass over the entire surface, making it a large nose cone. We have 102 inches of foam here, and on this is the upper section. We'll have a 4-foot body tube along with the 102 inches of foam, giving us the forward section of the Viking project. This is one of the body tubes that we'll be using. This is a 12-foot section of sonotube from Concrete Accessories, and what we've done is we're taking the paper off of it. It's approximately a 1/2 inch thick. We're going to take approximately half of the paper off of it, and then fiberglass on the outside, giving it a waterproof barrier on the outside. There'll be approximately 4 tubes in this, 3.5, and then the nose cone on top of that. We'll have couplers joining the sections together. The fins of this rocket will be approximately 7 foot tall, 33 inches from the outside edge of the rocket. One of our Viking project members is going to be helping us with the motors. We will have 2 P motors. Chuck mentioned about the 3/4 scale Nike flying on a P motor earlier. We will have 2 of those P motors in this to give it the power we need to get it up. It's just going to be a single stage rocket. Approximately 4,000 to 5,000 feet in altitude is what we're expecting. We're looking at a weight, whenever we roughly figure our weight at this point, we're looking at a weight between 700 and 800 pounds is what we're going to have on this rocket whenever we're completed. We're looking at the possibility of using a cherry picker crane for this to go ahead and assemble it on the launch tower that we will be making. So it's going to be a very big project.